Hello friends, today I bring you an honest and unfiltered reflection on the decline of a star who once shone brightly, but who now seems to have lost his place in his home country, Can Yaman. A few years ago, he was the most desired face in Turkish soap operas. His imposing physique, overwhelming energy, and screen presence quickly made him an idol. But what happened? Why is Can Yaman now far from major projects in Turkey? From striking image to empty emotions, Can Yaman stood out visually, but over time that image overshadowed his talent. In series like Full Moon Daydreamer or Mr. Wrong, audiences noticed the same looks, identical poses, characters without depth. Appearance overtook substance. Backstage problems. There were constant rumors, fights with directors, tension with colleagues, and an untouchable star attitude. Some producers said working with him was exhausting. Public relations that alienate the public, while European media praised his unstoppable success. Mosen umise basis. Many in Turkey saw a manufactured figure. The press focused more on his workouts than on his talent. The contrast with Demet Özdemir during Daydreamer, viewers loved his chemistry with Demet Özdemir. But while she grew as an actress, he remained stagnant. The public perception changed. Can shown thanks to Demet conflicts with actresses. Many co-stars avoided working with him. Female roles were pushed into the background. Producers struggled to balance scenes. The industry's new direction, Turkish digital platforms now seek emotional depth. Actors like Çağatay Ulusoy and Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ evolved. Can didn't. He remained in the handsome but cold stereotype. This isn't just about an actor in decline. It reflects how a society treats its artists. Turkey gave him everything, but he didn't sustain that trust. Now he must ask himself, where did I go wrong? Time is unforgiving. New actors are ready and committed. Can must return, not with glamour, but with truth. A short, intense series away from media noise could be his second chance. Today, people don't talk about his series, only about brands and selfies. He's become a showcase, not a storyteller. The audience wants humanity, not just a star. Can he come back? Yes, but only if he abandons arrogance and shows his true self. Because being famous is easy. Staying human is what truly matters. I've followed Demet Özdemir for a long time, and the more I observe her, the more I see a woman who chose silence as a shield. While others speak or speculate, she remains elegant and focused. In a world that screams, she protects her space. The world discovered her alongside Can Yaman in Daydreamer, a story that marked a generation. But Demet never used that relationship to rise. No scandals, no provocative statements, only respect and discretion. Demet is the kind of artist who doesn't need to shout to stand out. She works steadily, chooses meaningful projects, and gives herself fully to them. Her career is no coincidence. It's the result of years of dedication. Many reduce her value to beauty or luck, but those who follow her know how much inner strength she carries. She has faced criticism, tough moments, and never lost her focus. Not even when the press tried to label her only as Can Yaman's ex. Some call her distant, but I see emotional maturity and intelligence. She doesn't react to every provocation. She stays true to herself. And she hasn't lost her humanity. Her interaction with fans shows she remains sincere and real. It bothers me that people still tie her worth to her past with Can. It's time to recognize that Demet is so much more. A woman who moves forward quietly, whose actions speak louder than words. She's shown who she is and she keeps proving it every day. I've often seen people reduce her achievements to her looks or luck, but those of us who followed her for a long time know her path has been full of effort, perseverance, and incredible inner strength. I've often seen people reduce her achievements to her looks or luck, but those of us who followed her for a long time know her path has been full of effort, perseverance, and incredible inner strength. She's endured tough moments, faced criticism, and gone through personal struggles. But she never lost focus, not even when the press tried to label her as Can Yaman's ex, as if her identity depended on that past. Some people describe her as distant, as if protecting her private life were a flaw. But to me, it's quite the opposite. It shows emotional intelligence and maturity. Demet understood that there's nothing to gain from reacting to every provocation, and that true strength lies in staying true to oneself. In a world that rewards noise, she chooses balance. And still, she hasn't lost her humanity. Just watch her interact with fans, in interviews or in everyday gestures. It's clear she remains approachable, sincere, and authentic. Fame hasn't distorted her. Her gaze is still clear, her smile honest, her words thoughtful. That's why it bothers me that people still link her worth to her past with Can. It's time to understand they are different people, with separate paths. What they shared was beautiful, yes, but Demet is much more than that. She's a woman who has evolved without clinging to the past, an artist who moves forward with confidence without losing her essence. Today, while others cling to nostalgia, she continues to build her present. And that, in my view, makes her even greater. She doesn't need noise to leave a mark. Every choice she makes, every project she embraces, every silence she keeps, speaks for her. Demet Özdemir has shown who she is through her actions and continues to affirm it with each new chapter in her journey.